More stackable sci-fi buildings using only foam board. The foam board challenge. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome to Craftniks. I'm Nick. It's a tabletop hobby spot where we craft everything from terrain to the game. And in this video, I'm going to be building some stackable sci-fi buildings, but I'm only going to use foam board. That's it. I gotta admit, I had to use one other ingredient. But for the most part, you can get the structure and the build done. Now I'm using my templates from down below. You can get the link where it'll take you to the Flail Snail Mail Coffee website where you can download these for free. And while you're there, check out some magic items that you might need for your 5e games. Without further delay, let's just get right into it. So the first thing I did was I printed out those templates and I glued them to the foam board. Now in my previous video, I made actual templates that I could transfer these drawings from whatever material I'm using. But this is the foam board challenge, so we're going straight through. Let's hit the table. Now that we have these measured out, we're gonna go ahead and cut. Now we're really gonna score. We're not gonna go all the way with pressure, and we're gonna try to release the foam from the bottom side of the paper. What I did was I just took a piece of scrap and I just practiced a couple of cuts here just to get a feel of how far I'm going and how much pressure to apply. And you can see here that once you get to this point, you're gonna kind of peel it off. Now this is real light, real light. You're just releasing the foam. Now you have this paper here that we're gonna use to join up. The spacers up here, I outlined space for the spacers, but this is the top. This would be the bottom. This was just the height for a miniature to get the height of the windows uniform. We're gonna make sure that the tops are on top and the bottoms are on bottom. Just getting that corner there. And I'm gonna try to squeeze so that it goes on the bottom and the top there. Try to get it flush before the glue dries. Nice thing about foam is that you can bend a little, so it's gonna come out. Let's keep going. There's a nice joint. Now if you're a little off, just push in the foam. Now for the roof. We are going to switch to the tacky glue. And the reason we're going to do that is because we don't want to rush this. We want this to get square. And the roof is going to lock it in. What I'm going to do is go ahead and put that bead all the way. Hey, you're supposed to go all the way around you. All the way around. Again, nice thing about tacky glue is it won't dry up right away. So you have time to play with it, stay with it, and be okay with it. It's my cousin's line. All right, I'm gonna use the L ruler or straight, my goodness, I'm drawing a blank. Let's just use this shape. As long as it's the right angle, you can use anything. You can build Legos into a right angle, however you want to do it. We're just gonna lock this in. You're gonna want to hold it so it doesn't become a rhombus on you or something. But you should only hold it for like 30 seconds. The best way to test it is to let it go and see if it shifts. If it doesn't and it stays there, that means the tacky glue is working and we can leave it. It's been a couple hours. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out. Now, just like in last video, we're gonna work on the spacers, but this time we're gonna keep it just to foam. So I'm gonna do that. However, if you have chipboard like in the last video, go ahead and use it. And if you have other items such as popsicle sticks, right, or coffee stirrers, but you can use these also, and these work perfect. The concept is you're just adding a sliver of space so that when you stack them, those margins of error won't come into play and you won't have to damage it or squeeze it in, fit it in, and it gives it wiggle room basically. Now, there's two ways to do this, depending on what kind of equipment that you have. The first is, since foam board is 3/16 of an inch wide, we want to cut a sliver that is less than that. There we go. we're gonna use this. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch over to this side. All right, so before I turn around to this proxon, I went ahead and cut a straight line, and this is gonna be where I'm gonna guide it through so that it's nice and straight and I get the same thickness. The main purpose of them is just to create that space, that wiggle room, so that they stack nice and easy and you're not forcing them, damaging them, and whatnot. Let's attach these spacers. Try to get it thin. I'm gonna spread it around a bit too. The reason for 2 of them is to increase the surface area when we do the parapet walls. I'm gonna go all the way around and I'll see you on the next step. This side is a little bent and this is the edge of the ready board. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut a thin line, straight line right here to start with. We're gonna measure off this line. We know it's straight. I'll go ahead and grab the square and we're gonna straighten up the other side. So this is my cut side. Oh, I'm gonna make this square 90 degrees. What was that number again? 1 3/16. 1, 1, 2, 3. All right, now that I got my strips, I'm gonna join 2 of them so that I can start building this parapet out. And there it is. The structure is complete. Only using foam board. $1.25 from the Dollar Tree. So up to this point, I had a lot of success. However, it was at this point that I started experiencing a lot of failures. So if you're interested in that, stick around. In the meantime, thank you guys for watching the video. The main purpose of it has been shown, and I hope you guys go out and build some of your own, and I would love to see it. So hit me up at any of the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. I'm on all of them. Also, remember to get your free templates down below. It's to pay what you want. I'd be happy to get some support so I could get some extra glue sticks, extra super glue, and just keep the materials that I need going to keep the channel going. Which brings me to my Patreon. I have a Patreon open. I would love for you guys to visit. I could use the support for getting materials, for upgrading the equipment, and just upgrading the quality and the output of the videos. It also lets me allocate even more time to the craft, which equals more quality to the videos and the craft themselves. So I hope you consider it. I hope you visit. And I look forward to seeing you guys there. So for all the people that are gonna sign out, I'll see you on the next one. But if you stick around, get ready for the bloopers. Really the failures. Let's slide into it. The first mistake was buying the cheap glue stick. And you could see how when I went to paint them white, it bubbled up. And the reason it bubbled up was because it's a washable glue stick for kids. It was just a quick grab and didn't read it, but that has to be what happened because I was able to peel it off without damaging the paper of the foam board underneath. The second mistake, originally I had wanted to go with these lines. So I was gonna use the foam board paper to just make some line aesthetic and keep it simple. Keep it the majority white to kind of blend, and that was the idea behind it. The execution didn't happen. I made too many lines and I wasn't too happy with it. Now, there is a sense of, it does look like some type of sci-fi temple, you know, underground alien artifact and stuff, but that's not kind of what I was going for. Now, the way I did it, I just used the coffee stir and I traced both sides and I just put random lines, and then afterwards I decided where I was gonna cut. But the idea behind it was to just cut it so that I'm not cutting pieces. It's one full piece that I could just lay on and glue onto it. I just wasn't happy. So I switched over and I decided, you know what, maybe I'll clad more and add contrast to my buildings and my setup. But when I started covering more of it, 2 things happened. One, those flush cuts that we made in the beginning, they were pointless almost. Try to get some pictures up here to demonstrate, but when you're covering most of it, you might as well just cut them and then collab the seams. The second thing was just wasn't too happy. The application just wasn't happy with them. Now, at the time of this recording, I don't have the finished product. I'm going to attempt to bring some grays into it and leave these two as standalone and build upon them. And I hope that that's going to transcend in the future videos. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this build so I could build new things. That's it, ladies and gents. So thanks for sticking around for the failures. If you want to see more of that content, definitely tell me in the links, the chat below. Don't forget your templates down below. I would love to see what you guys build. You could hit me up on any of the social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. I'm there. I cycle through. So I love to hear back from you guys and let me know what you think. Again, thank you for watching. I hope that this video brought something to you guys. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Peace.